The first question that Jameson asked me was, why do you make music? And I think the answer to that is really twofold. One, in a very practical sense, to make money, to make a living. That's how I make a living, is as a musician, as a songwriter. Um, the other side of it is an expression of my love for Jesus, and that's something that comes from within you. You can't, you can't contrive that. You can't write, quote, write a worship song. You don't sit down and write one. It's really a gift given from the Father. And so, on one hand, I write songs to make a living. On the other hand, the Father gives me songs in worship that are love songs to Him. And by far, that's my favorite thing to do, is to just be in the sanctuary of the Lord and in worship. But just looking at the life of Jesus, it's very obvious that we're also to be out there bringing the good news to Him, bringing the good news to the Father, and that's a very clear. You look at His life; it's very clearly something He wanted us to imitate. We're to be imitators of Christ. So I certainly just can't sit in the sanctuary and sing Kumbaya all day long, as nice as that would be. I think in one of the questions here, Jameson wanted to know, how do I meet people that I write music for? I met a guy, it was about 3.5 years ago now, who was a backpacker, street traveler. Took him in, it looked like he was kind of, down and out, so I took him in, and we were hanging out for like 3 or 4 days, and one night he said, hey, let's just go play music on the streets. And this guy, he had a guitar and some djembes that he carried around with him. I'd never done with that. I'd never done that before, so it was a little weird to me, but gave it a try. And we just went out on Collins Avenue in South Beach, and to be honest with you, I was kind of bored, so people were walking by. I was like, hey, wrote you a song. A couple walking by, whatever, and just made up a song right there, random on the spot. And I had nothing better to do. Well, people were throwing, $5, giving us $5 or whatever. I said, Blue, man, people are giving us money. He's like, yeah, this is how I, get money to travel around the country and be a backpacker. After Blue left, I got to thinking about that, and I was like, man, with today's technology, what if you did something like that, but you kind of took it to the next level when you recorded it and gave the people a CD so they'd have a tangible product right there on the spot. So it's kind of a business idea that I contemplated for a while. Decided finally one day to give it a try. Got out of my car with my guitar and my laptop. 5 minutes later, I was making a song for a couple and made $15. So I thought, wow, in 5 minutes I just made $15, and that's not a bad. Doesn't look like it's a bad business model, and that's what I've been doing ever since. I have a website, so people I meet on the beach and write songs for can come back to my site and buy songs recorded in the studio here for their wedding or their proposal or birthday, whatever it may be. So that's how that came about. Guys, thanks for listening. I got to work on a song right here for my album. But hopefully that kind of gives you a little insight as to how I'm just kind of using music in a little different way. And just being in the moment, being in the right now. You guys have a great day. Sometimes it's blue skies, and sometimes it's changing leaves. But maybe I found you. I see